And so they could extend a warranty on it. And so a lot of the, I don't know if anyone is part of that program, but from what I've heard is if you used to sell secondhand Rolexes and you want to be part of the program, you can only sell Rolexes in that program. You can sell secondhand anything else, but Rolexes you have to go down their channel only. So, yeah.
She had a question.
What do you think of like authentication services through the actual brand? Because it seems like they stopped doing a lot of it, and like I don't know if you've had your own experiences with sending things into these houses trying to get authentication along the same lines of taking it to them to see if they'll read it.
Sure. Yeah. Simply because of the rapid growth, as we saw those pie charts going like this, bar graphs, whatever. They're getting inundated. So they're just like, no, we're not going to do it. And then you can be a liability. If you have a sales associate say that's a real Louis Vuitton or that's a fake Louis Vuitton, either way they can get in trouble. So it's just like, let's be safe and not do it. They still work with like auction, like Christmas is so you know, everyone's special. So yes, it's difficult. The best thing is to ask these networks here, people who used to work for brands, who used to sell them, who have experience. That's where you're going to get that institutional knowledge.
But you don't get paperwork.
I mean, you could get paperwork. I mean, when you buy it new, your back of your credit comes with the paperwork. When you get it reissued, you have to pay to get it reissued. But no, I think there are very good acting and well-intentioned authentication as a service companies, including mine. But some of them are like Facebook crowdsourced, and I don't trust that. She knows. I didn't even know how to get onto my Facebook. It had to be 3 hours.
Yeah, I really had to beg him to get on Facebook.
So it was paid for. And yeah, trust this. You would need to trust your source. Otherwise, what's the point?
You mentioned one of the slides with Gen Z or whatever, the they are okay.
MZ and Y and A? Yeah.
But they are okay with space?
Seems to be that way. That's holding. Yeah.
So they're like, I'll pay, they wouldn't pay the full price for
No. It's the fact of the celebrities, the influencers that I want to emulate my style are wearing this. I cannot afford that, but I can afford something to emulate the style, right? Back in the day, we would thrift, we would make shit ourselves or whatever. I was like, I'm in the cottage industry, so I can but no, so it's like, well, if I can't afford that $900 off-white yellow belt that hangs down to the floor, I'll just get an $8 Temu one. Because it's a trend and it'll be out of style in the blink of an eye. So that's what it's more about. They have, especially millennials, really were conditioned by fast fashion and throwaway fashion. So it's the same kind of thing. They're like, I'm not buying this to keep forever. I'm buying this to put on an outfit to wear for a couple of months. Wear till it breaks, which could be today. Till it hurts my hand green. So if we slow down with our consumerism and some a bit slower fashion, where you buy with intent, people will back away from the cheap stuff, which is kind of stupid.
And your reports of these secondary systems, do they have insurance?
You can, at appraisals, yeah. Yes, I write appraisals for Chubb and Lloyd's as well as other insurance carriers. I have never heard that they've not been taken. I've never heard that eBay has turned one down or something like that. An interesting line to walk as an appraiser versus an authenticator, right? Normally you have a disclaimer in your appraiser certificate that says, I am not working as an authenticator. I don't have reason to believe this is counterfeit, but it's not been scientifically tested. It's not been verified by the brand, you know, and that works as a disclaimer as an appraiser. But if you're trying to know both, it's a bit trickier. Two hats at once, right? Yeah. Asked and answered.
So, you know, as an appraiser, somebody's bringing you something, you know, and you're unable to authenticate it, right? And then you, if they really want it, you advise them to go to the brand, right? And the brand
If they want to authenticate it, I mean, like, if they want to insure it for like damage, loss, something like that, right? Like, what's it going to cost to replace what they? It's a fine line to walk. If I can tell it's fake, I'll tell them it's fake. But if it's ambiguous, appraise it as if it were, so that they can be made whole in case of problems. Again, most of this is friendly fraud. People inherit, as my boyfriend gave it to me, my aunt gave it to me, I inherited it, whatever. Sometimes they know, but no, they're not out committing insurance fraud by buying a fake bracelet and then trying to get $10,000 for it and like again and again and again. It's just not sustainable. So, yeah, you can only, the appraisal, you can only, you know what you know. And it's your expert opinion. Yep, you can say like, you know, the hallmarks look correct and compared to test 18 karat, the diamonds are VAS, and you can state these facts, which then, you know, in some bit corroborate the value of the piece, not carat to carat, right? Yeah, you've done your due diligence. Anything else? Or we're gonna go have lunch. Half the audience wants to have lunch.